This is Bob Maloney from MyMMAnews.com. And, one of the reasons I fell in love with mixed martial arts years ago was I had the privilege of being behind the scenes. And it wasn't just the actual fight in the cage. It was, the dedication and the journey that a fighter took to get in that cage. It's really admirable, and it's not easy to do. And my guest today is about to do that for the 15th time as a professional. And she's going to be fighting in the main event coming up at against Serena de Jesus and Elizabeth Phillips. Let me say, just a very admirable and much respect to you for having the career that you've had so far. I mean, 15 fights is not many people can say that, and kudos to you on what you've done so far.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I mean, nothing but respect. I mean, just to get in there one time to see what that was, the grind, the weight cut, the training, and trying to get sponsors and all that stuff when you're building up early in the career, and to be able to do that. And also it shows something about your resiliency and your ability to have durability to get in there 15 times. And she's fought at Invicta, she's fought at UFC. And tell me a little bit about this fusion fight, Elizabeth. I mean, you're in the main event, deservedly so, and I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, well, Ryan Hall, the promoter, just happened to hit me up randomly back in, I think it was April, and asked me if I'd like to be main event. And, originally it was supposed to be July 24th. And so I was, I work with a nutritionist, and we were kind of working on getting back to 135 at a slower pace. And all of a sudden something happened. Not surprising at all, because I feel like this happens more often than not, but, unexpected things happen, and they had to move their fight up to June 12th. And so here I am kind of scrambling around, trying to, make the weight, but I'm on time for it, and I'm trying to keep my stress levels down about it, but I'm very excited for the opportunity. I haven't been in the cage since 2019. I was scheduled for one in 2020, in April of 2020, but it got canceled because of COVID. And I kind of, it was pretty quiet and not much going on since then. And then so this opportunity came up, and I thought this was a really good one to jump on and, get back in there. I don't believe in ring rust, so I'm not concerned about that. But I just thought this was a really good opportunity for me, so I'm very thankful to have it.
Tell me about your camp, who you're training with, and who your coaches are, and who's helping you get ready for battle to go in there and have your arm raised.
So I train with Pablo Alfonso. Him and his wife run Warrior Camp out of Spokane, Washington. We have great fighters there. We just Josh Reddinghouse he was on the Ultimate Fighter, and it's going to air on June 1st. And we have a lot of different really high level great fighters coming out of that gym, and they moved from Miami. He's a black belt out of MMA Masters, and he moved up to the Spokane area, I think back in 2017 or 2018, I can't remember. But I've been there for about 4 years, and it's just, it's just a really positive place for me to be. My stress levels are really down there, and Pablo, keeps the environment a positive place, and I'm able to come there and do my thing and focus on training. And it's been a really positive experience for me, and I do appreciate that from them.
Well, listen, Sarah de Jesus, people know her on social media as Serena Southpaw. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit. I mean, the way I look at this fight, as I analyze it, is I think she's going to try to make it a dirty fight, a grinding fight. And, but you've been, like I said, you've been in the cage many more times than she has. What's your outlook on this fight?
She's got great endurance. I see it more as, from what I've seen before, making it a kickboxing match, really. I don't really see much takedowns. I don't see much clinching. She has tried to press forward in her fights, but I like to go forward and press forward in my fights. And from the looks of it, she doesn't really like that, from what I've watched and studied. I think that I'm going to try and make it a dirty fight and bring the pressure and make it a fun fight. That's what I like to do.
That's fantastic. Hey, listen, I'm a fan. So once again, Elizabeth Phillips is fighting in the main event. Fusion Fights coming up soon. And thanks for giving us some time. You have anybody you want to give any thank yous or show some love to who's, helped pushing you, or, if you have any sponsors, you have any love to give out?
Yeah, so I'd like to give obviously to my team, Pablo Alfonso and Rose for working with me all this time. My teammates at Warrior Camp have been doing a great job in getting me in shape. My manager, Manolo Hernandez out of San Diego, 10th Planet San Diego, he's been doing a great job, making sure I've got everything I need. Making sure that I'm good and making sure everything's in place for the fight, and just my friends and family that support me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Best of luck to you. Best of skills. It was a pleasure talking to you. And I know that, like you said, 14 fights, getting back in there after 2 years, there's no ring rust. I expect you to get in there and have fun and bring a fun fight. Thanks again. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Bob. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
So.
Bye.